Hey.
Do you want to go fast enough? Hi, Drake.
Yes, I do. I actually do want to talk, and I know that you want to let the Tolec thing drop, but I think a few things need to be said right now, and after this, I would prefer to leave the subject to drop.
Yeah.
I first started talking to Tolec back around the turn of 2012. Back then, he was a vivid, very, very bright person who had a great deal of personality and a great deal of energy to him. He's somebody I consider to be a friend, somebody I consider to be a colleague. Since about the turn of this last year, I have noticed a change in him, a significant one. I have noticed that he's become more and more short with people, which I can understand given repetitive questions. Everybody does that, including myself. But I have also noticed that he doesn't seem to be able to handle unscripted events as well as he used to. Additionally, he has said things which he has then retracted with no explanation. For instance, in this conscious life, I first learned about the Galactic Federation of Planets and that phraseology from Tolec. It is present in some of his older interviews. He mentions the Galactic Federation of Planets. He mentions the fact that it is founded by Tau Cetians with the home planet Zeta, Xeta, and is headed by Paul, a Tau Cetian. I don't know why he's chosen to retract that now, although I have my theories and I have my suspicions and I have my personal belief, and I will get to that in a bit. In this time, he's become more and more reclusive. He's become, even when speaking to me in private, more scripted and not able to address the actual question or situation that I bring to him. Instead, he makes mention of it and then starts talking about something completely different. I've had several instances where I've tried to compare intelligence with him and gotten something that was completely different from even known stuff that had been corroborated by other third parties. For instance, when a colleague of mine was being attacked, he started stating that it was reptilians doing this. We know for a fact that it was not reptilians who were performing the attacks at this time. We have already found and stopped the attacks by going after the correct party. In another situation concerning somebody else, he started giving a completely nonsensical explanation followed by a discussion about the Procyon who are completely not related to the situation at all. It was extremely confusing. He told me something in confidence right around New Year's. In confidence, I will not repeat what he told me, but I will say at this time it raised some serious, serious alarm bells. Since then, I've been watching what he said, and I've been watching his behavior, and those alarm bells have turned into sirens. Something is not right. I am very, very worried for the well-being of my friend, because I don't believe that the person who's speaking with his mouth is that same person anymore. There's been too much of a personality shift. There has been too much information that has been changed without explanation. I don't know what's happened with him for sure. I can't confirm 100% what happened, but for whatever reason, I no longer trust the person who calls himself Tolec, and I no longer trust the information that is supposedly coming from the Andromeda Council. And I'm sorry if this upsets people. I'm sorry if you think that I should somehow be an echo chamber for somebody else. I have to go by my gut, I have to go by my conscience, and I have to go by my own feelings in this. And I don't feel comfortable promoting Tolec's material anymore. I'm sorry. That's just the way of it. If you want proof that he's changed his story, well, try to go get that historical interviews before something gets changed and moved around. But you'll see, if you remember looking at it last year, you'll remember mention of Zeta. You'll remember mention of the Galactic Federation of Planets. You'll remember mention of Paul. I don't know why. Well, I have my suspicions why he would change that information now. I have my suspicions what's going on, but I don't have 100% confirmed fact that I'm willing to relate to people. At this point, to everyone out there, it must seem like the world's biggest he said, she said. Like Paul said, use your discernment. And like Thomas said, remember that we're people. You might be able to look at the Galactic Federation of Light material and see that they're very polished and they're very pat and presented and an image without emotions or variation. Well, that's because they're fakes. How do you know we're real? Well, we react. We have emotions. We have thoughts. We have identities and a sense of self. Some people have been trying to accuse us of going on an ego trip because Sunfire is an ambassador. It is not an ego trip to acknowledge that somebody is an ambassador or to acknowledge who does or does not have authority to speak for a given organization. Ego does not mean complete lack of self. It does not mean lack of identity or personality or emotionality or anything like that. To be without ego does not mean ceasing to be a human being. We are still human beings with thoughts, opinions, emotions, belief, passions, ideas, wishes, dreams, hopes, all of those things. Don't forget this. We don't place ourselves above anyone else because no one is superior. We are all people.
You're all equal.
We might have experiences that you have not yet shared. We might have some knowledge that some others are regaining at different rates. But that does not make us better than you. It does not put us above you. And it does not mean that we are perfect, nor does it mean that we should try to present ourselves as perfect, nor does it mean that you should expect us to be perfect. Expect us to be people, because we're people, just like everybody else on this planet, or off of it. And now I've said my piece, and hopefully made my peace. And until I receive confirmation that I can personally trust that what I suspect is not the case in terms of Tolec, I am not willing to talk about the subject any further. It's hard enough for me to worry about my friend.